U.S. border entry points in Mexico are now back to normal. Operators tried to make entry all at once on Sunday, causing disruptions at least three different.
To Chicago, New York, and California, and other sanctuaries, they should get Medicare. You know what? I don't agree with that because, and don't get me wrong, I'm no fool. Okay, I know that the United States has caused instability in other nations, okay, to cause economical peril. I know this. I get it. What I'm saying is, if you, so therefore, this is the bottom line is you have asylum, you come into a sanctuary city, you afforded things, okay, like I think personally, and this not, I don't hate immigrants. I don't. You know what? Of mankind. The thing is, it it is unfair for individuals that come into sanctuary cities like Chicago, okay, to have entitlements. Okay, I have money that has been earmarked for citizens that are here legally, and you know what? It is wrong. I mean, it is wrong for a immigrants to be staying in a 4-star, 3-star, 2-star hotel, a motel, and you have people that have been homeless, people that are sleeping up underneath bridges for years. Okay, to allocate the capital, this is wrong. Okay, so the last point is and they also Democrats also believe that the survivors of trafficking and domestic violence should get Medicare from other countries. I feel sorry for them. I propose that you know what this money should be allocated for United States citizens. I propose that the Democrats are wrong. And also, I propose that U.S. President Donald Trump won by a mandate. He won by mandate, okay? No matter how you try to trivialize it, no matter how you don't like him, you don't like him, you don't want to be bothered with it. But the thing is, this is something that you have to deal with for 3.5 more years. Why do you have to deal with it? Because if you say that you believe in democracy, you have to deal with the outcome. Okay? Go to another country. You know, so what I'm saying, you know what, Democrats are funny. It's funny to me, and never because what Donald Trump is doing, President Trump is doing, he's fulfilling his campaign promises. So you know what? So what I think is you as a people, what you're doing is you're stewing in your own juice right now. You're stewing in your own juice. And you know what? I think it is pathetic. I think that it is wrong. I think that it is dead wrong that you as Democrats cannot accept the outcome, but you're angry about it. You're upset. You're frustrated. But you know what? The same energy that you use to demonize. That's like on a View television show. That's a show in Chicago, in United States called The View with Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar. It is such hate that comes out. In other words, they want him to fail. They want him to fail. And it is, and you know what? It is so interesting. You know what? And I also believe that you know what you should have the right. You should have the right to free speech. That is something you should have the right to free speech. But it is interesting to me that you have a country that is being overrun. I mean, like it's like what's going on in England right now. And I don't really understand why the American news is just ignoring it. Showing you somebody throwing a yo-yo up and down, somebody at a pumpkin patch. And thing is that in the UK, there are hundreds of thousands of people that are protesting to their government that they want migrants removed and feel that these entitlements should go for people that live in the UK and England. But the United States news media, they ignore that. They ignore it or they trivialize it. Trivializing it meaning they're not paying much attention to it. And this storm is going on in the United States of America right now. I'm doing this show because you know what? This is what people that prescribe to my channel by looking at my status. This is what they say they want to talk about. Okay, if they don't want to talk about, they want to hear about it because this is in the news, and there's a lot going on in the United States of America at this time, and you know what? Hell, so therefore my premise is these are my three talking points. The Democrats want refugees to be able to get Medicare. They want asylum seekers to be able to get Medicare. They want those with temporary protection status to be able to get Medicare. And they also want survivors of trafficking and human trafficking and domestic violence that come in from other countries without following the proper protocol. Okay, protocol means steps to come into the country. They want them to be able to get there. But my personal opinion is that the United States, I really, you know what, even if this debt ceiling is raised, I don't think the U.S. can get out of it because the U.S. is in debt. They're in debt. They are in debt to China. They're in debt to these nations. And the thing is, they are in debt. So I think like when you are like if you have a household, okay, and you running a deficit, okay, gas bill, light bill, phone bill, and then you have other things, okay, and you're running a deficit. You got more money coming in, you got more money going out than coming in. You have to make some type of adjustment. You have to make some type of cuts, okay? So therefore, I mean, the dollar bill is not really backed by anything. And I think one of the threats in a promise of what's going to challenge the United States of America is BRICS. What is BRICS? BRICS are other nations that are coming together and they're getting their own currency, their own dollar bills that are backed by gold. Okay, so therefore, the American dollar bill is not backed by anything. Okay, it's not anything, you know. So, but it's backed by gold. And why you might be see, well, that's what BRICS is. I mean, it's India. I think it's South Africa. I know that it's China and it's Russia, and there are more and more countries. And what happened is, at some point, it appears as though they're going to make this is going to become a third world country, okay, because our dollar bills are not backed by anything. It used to be backed by gold, but President Nixon took us off the gold standard in 1971. So therefore, these are fiat dollars. What does fiat mean? Fiat means that there's so many dollars in circulation that the value goes down and down and down. So therefore, this dollar bill is not backed by anything. It's so that's where we get the term fiat dollar. But BRICS forming their own organization to design their own currency. Okay. And one of the reasons that they're doing is because um so one of the reasons that they're doing this is that their dollar bill or their currency cannot be frozen. Whereas if they don't abide by what the United States wants done, okay. So this is one of the reasons why they developed their own currency, and